Hello Leo, welcome to your April reading. This is Natalia, so I've got your angel reading here, and I hope the month of March wasn't too bumpy and turbulent for you with all those eclipses happening. But we're never free from drama because we have some retrograde planets this month, and Mars, the planet of action, is going retrograde around the 17th of April. And whilst I'm not an astrologer, I am always interested to see whether we can have a look at how this might affect you and do it intuitively by drawing some of my oracle cards to look at that. So we're going to have a main reading for April, and then we're going to take a look at what the Mars retrograde has in store for you according to the angel cards, the oracle cards. And also Mercury's going retrograde at the end of April. And that often has some kind of important lessons for us. So let's see what that has in store for you too. So we're going to kick off by looking at the beginning of April. Now, Leo, I see you on the move, and you've got the Chariot card, and it's all about making progress, making very swift progress towards a goal. And literally lightning speed, because April feels like, well, it is a month of newness. The sun's moved into Aries, which is all about action. And you've got quite a portion of the month before Mars goes retrograde in order to make things happen and do things, really move things forward. And getting the Chariot around this time is perfect because it's as though the angels are on your side. They're really willing you forward. And Archangel Metatron is represented on this card. And he is, I always think of him as like the real go-getting angel, because he was said to be one of only two archangels who were actually incarnated as men. So he understands what it's like to be a spiritual being having an earthly experience. And he's very much the angel to go to when we want to make things move and shake, when we want to make things happen. So he's got that, like, this will and determination. He's behind you. He's like the wind beneath your wings, really pushing you forward and giving you that momentum. And the Chariot is about this swift movement. So if any of you are hoping to move home or move workplace or do some kind of big traveling that has some kind of impact on you, on your career, or on you in terms of life goals, this is a really, really good card to get in the reading. So it's like fortune's on your side, you're being propelled forward, and it's just all go. And then around the middle of the month, you are, after all that kind of swift action, Mars starts to go retrograde around the 17th, which is around the middle of the month. And this is you really looking inward, really sort of your feelings and emotions are being stirred. So don't be surprised if you start to feel a little bit nostalgic, a little bit romantic, rose-tinted spectacles. And this reading is for you, by the way, if you have your sun or ascendant in Leo, and also if you identify strongly with your moon sign, if it's in Leo, then, do listen to this reading because you may feel like it resonates with you. So you're going to be really connecting with emotional relationships. That feels like it's important. And I do feel as though there's this sense of nostalgia, because it's like, in wanting to move forward, in a lot of ways we have to let go of things. And part of this Mars retrograde for you is being able to say goodbye to the things that just aren't part of your life anymore, because we cannot make changes, make advancements, make leaps forward without changing ourselves in some way and leaving certain things behind. But do take care of yourself throughout the whole of this month, because whilst it's very exciting, all of the energy at the beginning of the month, I feel around the middle and the end of April you're going to start to feel a little bit emotional and then a little bit stressed with it all, because it's just like you've wanted to make things happen in your life, and then when they do, you just get caught up with this change is happening. I have to deal with it emotionally, and then it starts to manifest itself as I've got to make plans. There's lots of things going on that I've got to make happen as a result of this. So it's like, careful what you wish for. And if you're not careful, it can all translate itself into a little bit of overwhelmedness. You've got so many things on your to-do list. You've got so many priorities. How do you organize it all? How do you get it all done? And you are, you are the king of the jungle. You're the lion. You're very strong, but you can't do it all. You're not superhero. And so you've got to be prepared to delegate. You've got to be prepared to relinquish control of wanting to do everything yourself and wanting it all done absolutely perfectly. That sometimes it's better if you just farm a task out to somebody else and say, look, here you go. Have a level of trust that they will do it. And just let them get on with it. Don't fuss and nitpick over their shoulder, because in releasing control, that's what you've got to do. Turn your back away and concentrate on the things that you can, are best suited to be organising and managing around that time. So it's a real month of forward motion, and in the middle of it all, you feel a little bit kind of, oh goodness, my life is changing, and it really hits you on an emotional level. The Queen of Water can also signify a mother figure, so you can be quite emotional about something like that, and or a female who's very close to you. So it could be a sister, it could be your other half, somebody that you're emotionally attached to, and just you really sort of having to really kind of, it could be, so part of this is if you are physically moving away or you're traveling and you're going to miss this person, it's that kind of tugging at the heartstrings thing about emotional connections, and then feeling this kind of sense of a little bit of nostalgia about, oh, I'm not going to see them. And then, but you've just got so much going on that feeling will pass. So you've got the 10 of fire at the end of the month, and this card in traditional tarot, this is Angel Tarot that I'm using here. In traditional tarot, it's a man walking with a big set of staves, sticks on his back, and he's literally bent double trying to carry the weight of this. It's taking on a heavy burden, having so many things going on. And so it's really important that you don't overwhelm yourself, and that if you have just got all of this stuff to do, April's one of those months where you're just going to have to grin and bear it, put up with the sheer amount of stuff that you've got going on. But really remember to take care of yourself in between and amongst all of that. So do schedule yourself downtime, even if it's just an hour at the end of the day, to sit down, to switch off, to treat yourself by nourishing yourself well, because often when we're very busy and we're stressed out, we tend to turn to junk food or easy, ready, prepared meals. We tend to maybe drink alcohol or eat comfort food. And so it's important that you do things like, maybe drink some green tea, may have a glass of water as well as a glass of wine, and don't overindulge in those things which can actually physically sort of impair you and make you feel even more run down. So do treat yourself well, Leo. I don't want to see you getting upset and overwhelmed by the things happening in your life that you actually wanted to happen. So then we have a couple of cards that I've drawn for you as a mini reading to look at what is coming in for you in regard to the Mars and the Mercury retrograde. So let's have a look at the first card, and this one is from the Magical Unicorn Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I've had these cards forever. They're the first set of Doreen Virtue cards that I ever bought years ago. And I haven't used them for a long time, and it felt like they were kind of speaking to me as I opened my drawer and I saw them. So you've got the hello and goodbye card, and all through the readings for the star signs, this little mini reading at the end has really powerfully connected with the main general reading for April, and it's in your case it's no different. You've got hello and goodbye, so you're going to be saying a new hello, but you have to say goodbye in order to welcome the new in. So you are experiencing changes. Can you see there's lots of like fairy tale characters on this card, and they were all shaking the hands of this children who are getting on board this Pegasus type winged horse. And the winged horse is about to fly away and carry them away from this beautiful castle. So they're wanting to leave. Everybody's happy for them, but they're also sad to see them go. So this is the thing, isn't it? You know, you, in one sense, you want to make changes in your life, you want to move forward, but then there's sorrow attached to that because we don't realize that in making that change, we have to say goodbye to something. But it is all okay, and it's all part of life's rich tapestry, having to let go of things in order to welcome the new in. So don't beat yourself up too much about that and just take it easy. And then the final card I drew is the Soul's Journey Lesson card by James Van Praagh. And I always like to draw just one of these because they are so powerful. And the card I drew for you is Happiness. Isn't this a beautiful card? All these lovely little dolphins swimming in this circle. And it's almost like they're swimming round and round because they're just in bliss. They're just, you know, contented, and it's like they're jumping for joy. And it's saying to you that you can find happiness, that these retrogrades are actually helping you go back to a happy place. Maybe it's been a long time since you were truly contented. And the retrogrades are actually helping you to go back to that place, find that contented part of you that before life was complicated, that you have this sense of renewal where you're able to shed some of these worries and these cares and this weight that you've been carrying around with you to simplify your life and to bring into your life all of the things that you have really wanted, to go back to basics. And this card is saying that there's an affirmation on each of these cards, and it says, I'm aware that being happy means I am on the right path. And so sometimes, you know, we think that certain things are going to make us happy. We want stuff, we lust after it, we want, you know, expensive cars, big houses, better jobs. And what it does is actually puts more pressure on us to work harder, to earn money, to support this lifestyle. And that sometimes when we actually take our power back and we pare our life down, and we actually see what it is that truly makes us happy, that is when we are on the right path in life. That's the secret to real bliss and contentment. And abundance is having everything. It's having the right balance between having the things that we want and wanting the things that we have. And finding that place where we are serene and contented. And I feel like by the time you get to the end of April, you will see a glimpse of that, and you will see just what that can bring into your life and how it can enhance it, Leo. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading for this month, and I'd love you to connect with me on Facebook because I have a page and it's called Angel Lady. So do join me there. We talk about all things angelic and lovely stuff, and it's a lovely community of people on there. And if you would like to have a private reading with me, there is a link below this video where you can click through to astrolada.com. Her website, and there's my readers page, so you can message me there, and I have an online diary that I'll send you, and you can pick a day and a time that's most convenient for you, and you can have a Skype reading or you can have a recorded reading. It's up to you. So we'll set all that up, and I look forward to hearing from you. And please do comment, let me know whether this message resonates with you this month. I'm always so fascinated by reading your comments. So thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, and for the dialogue that we have. I really do enjoy it. So take care, Leo, and I look forward to catching up with you again very soon.